Hello and welcome to iGameOver channel. Some of you asked for like a budget build. I presume you're talking about a gaming build since you're watching my channel, and I'm mostly about computers and gaming and such. If you would like to see sort of like a multimedia or workstation builds, then feel free to address it in the comments down below. Okay, just shout out there. But yeah, let's start with a $500 build. And a little bit disclaimers first. First of all, this channel is really small, so I'm not actually going to physically build any computer here, okay? I'm sorry, I can't afford this just yet. Maybe in the future, we'll see, okay? Second of all, with Ryzen imminent, we're going to skip AMD for now, because when Ryzen comes out, it will be just high-end chips, and there's literally no way to build a gaming computer that is, well, $500. So we're going to concentrate on the latest Kaby Lake Intel. And in my years of experience, I found that the most compatible builds are when you combine Intel and NVIDIA, or AMD and, well, used to be, Radeon, but, AMD and AMD graphics cards. So we're going to do like that. For now, we're going to do an Intel build that is going to handle gaming and such. And then once we get some more affordable Ryzen chips, we're going to do another video and we're going to do some build with AMD, okay? Also, if you look in the description of the video, under the video, you will find links to all of the products that I'm mentioning here. And, should you choose to buy something, just go through them. I'm pretty sure you're going to get some decent discounts and everything like that. And I'm going to get a little kickback. And who knows, maybe with this I can actually start building the computers and then giving them away, which is always my goal. So let's start, right? So I have a little paper here, a little list with the things that we're going to use for that build. And we're going to go in no particular order. But the goal is to do a build that's going to handle games decently, at least at 1080p, because, well, I'm sorry, you can't expect a $500 build to run 4K or even 1440p, although some games like CSGO and Hearthstone and whatnot will probably run just fine. So let's start with the case, okay? And the case is a Zalman Z3 Plus. And it has a nice window on it. It's a quite solidly built case for the price. And I have to say it has a decent cooling, so we won't have to be buying any specific, extra fans or anything like that. In this way, we get a solid case with a decent airflow and no need to do any extra spendage on it. The next one is the motherboard. And here we're going to go for ASRock B250 Pro 4, and this is an ATX board. Why I went with B250 chipset? Well, because it's cheaper, and also because Z270 would allow you some overclocking, but then if you add the price of the motherboard, which is going to be at least $40 extra, you get your K chips processors that are another $40, $50, $60 extra. You see where I'm going from there, right? And the Kaby Lake boosts or auto boosts itself really nicely. So you don't have to worry about that. It will auto overclock enough and it should, handle the games properly. So that's how we go with a B50 chipset, and the motherboard is just fine. We'll give you some extra room should you choose to, improve or upgrade your build a little bit further on down the road. As for the processor, we're going to go with i3. Yes, i3, just give me 1 second, I'll explain to you why. But we're going to go with i3 7100 Kaby Lake dual core processor. Yes, I know it says it's dual core, but it's 2 cores, 4 threads. And as far as gaming goes, that's what you need. 4 threads is more than enough. There is a handful, and I literally mean handful of games that prefer multi-core processors. The rest is very happy with frequencies, and this one has a frequency of 3.9 gigahertz per core, so you'll be totally fine. Yes, it's not a K chip, but again, like I said, it's cheaper, it will auto boost, you're going to be just fine. This is a very mighty fine processor for gaming. Heck, you are going to be able to do some creativity too on it. Then we'll go with a crucial 8 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. We could have gone with something flashier or more fancy looking, but that would just add the cost. And 8 gigs of RAM is literally the minimum you should have. So yeah, so we go with that. You can always upgrade this later. Then we are going to go for the graphics card, and there is not really much breathing room for that. So we won't be able to go very high, but what we can do is get an MSI GeForce GTX 1050 2GB graphics card, and that card is going to beautifully handle pretty much anything you throw at it on medium higher details to at 1080p, no problem whatsoever. Okay, so yeah, like I said, if you go for something like CSGO or less demanding games, then you should be able to do 1440p, no problem whatsoever. And as for the hard drive, we're going to go for SSD only. I know this is a little bit expensive, but trust me, once you have SSD as your main drive, you're not going to want to go back. So we're going to go for SanDisk SSD plus 2.5-inch drive. This will give you really nice write and read speeds, really nice random read speeds. So the loading times will be nice, and that's a 240 gigabyte SATA-free drive. It should last you for some time. Yes, you're not going to be able to install your whole Steam library on it. You can always invest later on in an extra sort of like a storage 3.5-inch spinning drive if you want. But you can totally start with this one and be fine. At the end, and I chose this purposely sort of for the end, we're going to go with a power supply. And people skimp on power supply, and I have to say that it's one of the stupidest things you can do, because power supply is one of the most important components of your computer to get it right. And if you don't know why, just check out that video that I've made about power supplies, right? So I'm not going to explain here to not make that video way too long. You can always click on watch that other one. It will explain you pretty nicely why getting a proper, nice, branded power supply is vitally important for your computer. But it doesn't have to be expensive. And in there comes an EVGA 400 watts power supply. And you would be thinking, 400 watts, that doesn't sound like much. But when you think that the 1050 has what, like 76 watt power draw, and the 7100 Intel has, I think, 50 watt, 51 watt, correct me if I'm wrong, you will see that you have plenty of headroom there. You can totally add another graphics card and still be okay. So you have some room for upgrades there. And in there, we are coming to about $515. And there is your build. It will handle pretty much anything you want at medium to high details, any gaming you want at 1080p, maybe some of the games even at 1440p. You should be able to do some creative stuff like Photoshop and such. It will run smoothly and nicely, and obviously this does not include Windows because, well, let's face it, Windows is rather expensive, so you will need to source this yourself. And always check for, a little bit discounts here and there. You always shop around. You're most likely going to be able to save some money, especially with, like I said, with Ryzen incoming, Intel will be dropping prices in any way. It already started with the higher end, so I'm pretty sure it's going to trickle down to the lower end processors too. So, what do you think about the build? Did I make any mistakes? Did you like it? Or did you not like it? Sound off in the comments down below, and if you would like to see a $1,000 build or even more expensive ones, well, just like I said, leave the comment, write me a message, leave the like, don't forget to share the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because that helps a lot, I appreciate it. And well, hey, tomorrow is Friday, someone's going to win that Civilization Beyond Earth bundle, right? So good luck, and I shall see you in the next video really, really soon, okay? Thanks for tuning in, and as always, I love you a lot, and peace. Toodaloo!